By resolving his companion's problems, everyone was able to join together with a clear mind to face the greater threats that the area as a whole suffered from. This was Prometheus' firm belief. Would it be enough in the end? He believed it would. After all, they handled everything else so far. Hello and welcome back to Pathfinder Kingmaker, with me, McGammar. Last time I did a little bit of kingdom management. I tried to send out someone to do this cache, and, no, I sent someone out to do some scouting, and I got a cache instead. This popped up while I was getting back to the throne room and before I could save. I also got a magic item from Verask. I believe it was a weapon. No. Was it armor? No. What did I get from him? Ah, the Opportunist Boots. Honestly, magic boots? And this one's not bad. This would be really good on someone who has a reach weapon. Or Valerie, because Valerie doesn't have a lot right now. Either way, I could do things with kingdom management today. But I think I should go to the Tenebrae Steps. I think that would be fun. I think we should do that. You can take your time and do this whenever you want to. Or if you don't have the DLC, you can just skip it entirely and just go straight back to kingdom management. I'll take care of uploading all my junk while I do go to this screen. Yeah, we really don't need any of these weapons with us. I'll keep the Dragon Spear, because having extra reach weapons sounds useful. And let's drop off all the armor, except maybe the Mesmerizing Robe, which I think is, where is that? There it is. Okay. Okay. And we'll keep everything else. I said we'll keep everything else. Okay, so who am I going to be taking here with me? Let's switch out for Tristian. Let's switch out for Kalika. Don't need you. Ekin would be really good. This would be the party I want, but nobody in this party is capable of doing Disable Device. Nobody can do any trickery checks in this party. So I need to take Lindsay, Artavia, or Knock Knock, or Jubilost. I have 4 people who can do trickery. Who would be most useful? Probably Lindsay. Probably Octavia, like a tie between those two. Knock Knock also does a lot of melee damage. But it would be either Knock Knock or Amiri. And Amiri has... that's a tough choice. That's a tough choice. You know what? Okay, let's put Ekin away. And let's bring... Let's bring Octavia. Ekin also does loads of damage and feels great to use. But if I have Ekin and a kineticist, I don't think that... I think that's leaning a bit too far on range. Which, like, granted, they work extremely well together. She knocks everything down in a death pit, and then he slaughters them from afar. But I want to use Amiri. I want to use Amiri's cool new item. So let's go to the outskirts. And let's go to the Tenebrae Steps. And Amiri gets tired.
Hungry. When we stop.
Because I just did some traveling with Amiri. Nothing we can't solve with a lesser restoration, though. Or a soothing performance, or maybe a heal. Heal might be a bit much for just a fatigue. If it gets worse while we're in there, though. Alright, let's get over. Back to the portal. I'll take this moment to arrange the party. Yeah, we want her to be over here. You take time to charge up, and that's what you need.
In due time.
I'm listening.
Can you get yourself your restoration now? You can. Go ahead.
Much
Yeah, just take care of the fatigue. We do still have to walk down to the stairs. Because it's silly. You unlock the portal at the beginning of a floor. You go to the end of the floor. It says that the creeping darkness prevents you from going down. You have to walk back to the portal. And then you go back to the portal, and then next time you come in, you have to walk back through the floor again. So, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I have to go through it a couple extra times. Honestly, this is not the most back and forth we've ever done in this game. Down we go. I really hope we don't have any warp mazes inside any of these. That was not my favorite part of that DLC. Unique, memorable, but not my favorite. Alright, what we got here? I have no idea what this floor effect means.
That is not far.
Diseases, maybe?
How
Okay, hold the groan. Let's see, do you need help? Which trickery? Yeah, plus 27. You know what, let's drop a quick save, just to be safe. Just to be safe.
Done and done.
How'd that look? It was a DC 20... Wait, 20? That's it? We rolled a 1 and we still succeeded. Well, I won't complain. I won't complain. Do I see an enemy in this room? I would like to see an enemy in this room. I want to see what exactly we're doing.
Not afraid.
Okay, I didn't buff. And there was an enemy right next to the door. This is a Durger Defender. And over there we have an Iron Fury Durger. So we're fighting Deep Dwarves. Deep Dwarves, okay. They're worth next to no experience. They have a small amount of damage reduction, immune to poisons. What's the floor effect? What we got here? Oh, they're all enlarged. Okay. Disease. Great. Okay. We can deal with that. We can deal with that. The cat is stuck in a corner. This hasn't had a turn yet. Yeah, let's get blasted. Okay, that one's gone. Let's get the party with an extended Good Hope. Yeah, that'll last a good long while. I don't think I need to sing right now. I just need you to get into the room. Oh, there's someone there that you can hit. How about Vital Strike? Ah, you missed. It happens. Lots of Flesh of Stone. Okay, how about we just, Okay, we can't do that. We have to move. Okay, so we're gonna have to move into the room. What do you got over there? Geokineticist. No, I don't like the sound of that very much. How about we knock you down?
Taste my fury.
Can we charge? No. No, we cannot charge. But we can just get in there. Enlarge. Enlarge. Okay, they're getting large dwarves. Which sounds like a bit of an oxymoron, but as you do. Let's see. Let's get the Smilodon suit on. It is a standard action to activate, so I probably should have did this before I entered combat. Let's just go over here for now and use it. Yeah, they're just making themselves real tough. Can't move in that far. Can I take any of these down with a flame arc? Solid hit. Not bad for a second level spell. I gotta get Jathal's buff spells on. We're definitely flanking here, so how about an Acid Splash? Let's see. I'm really far away. That's okay. Let's make sure I Arcane Strike.
This should do it.
Finished it. Alright, full attack here.
Unworthy.
They made themselves easier to hit by making them bigger. Okay, you're doing a big charge. We can't have that. So let's knock you down. I think I skipped whoever's turn it was. It's fine. Very good. Okay, she's not a large Smilodon, but she's still a Smilodon, so let's pounce. Wait, did that make her drop her weapon? Or is that just a flaming effect just floating in the air there? We're probably fine. Let's Magic Missile the Defender. 5 solid hits. Couple good misses.
This is for you.
Another miss for me.
A calculated risk.
Come on.
Wretched.
There we go. That's a bunch of Durgers. And they're all wearing half plate, which is half plate and full plate, which is all very heavy. Oh, good. We're going to have to leave after this floor, that's for sure. Alright, if we're going to do this seriously, though, we need a buff.
You
So,
have my attention.
and... Oh, do those just, like, take each other off the bar? Oh, that's a little bit bad. That's a little bit bad. Yeah, Cleave is there, Dazzling Display is there. How do I go back? Do I have to take it off? Huh. Huh. Turn into a cat at will, but how do I turn it off? Weird. I was thinking it would be here. No, not there. No, we're just a cat. We're just a cat now. Okay. This is fine.
Focus on the goal.
I could buff with haste. I do have many people who have haste in the party right now. If nothing else, we probably want to neutralize poison. Like, it doesn't look like they're using poison, but... Maybe not neutralize. Maybe a delay. Yeah, there we go. I don't think they're using it. It seems like mostly they just want to hit us with rocks. Darker Defender? Okay. Actually, I'm not really sure what kind of kinesis they were. Either way, let's wrap it up. Where is it? Here it is. Okay, so we'll use this. Alright. This right here. That looks good. Make it hot.
Face me if you dare.
Yeah, they didn't like that. That's okay. They don't have to like that. We'll leave the charge lane open for a Smilodon.
What a surprise.
There's one in the back of the room. We'll get one that's a little bit deeper into the fire.
This will hurt.
Get into the room. Oh, you're probably stuck. Very nice. And Smilodon Amiri has loads of move. Get around into the room so we're ready to pounce next turn. And the magma does its work. I don't think we're gonna be needed, but like we'll be ready. Yeah, there's another guy over here.
Try this way.
Roll the 1. It happens. Yeah, just get into the room. Yeah, just get into the room. Can we throw a rocket over there? We could, but we risk stepping into the bad, so let's not. Mass full strength. Oh, what's that going to do for you? I imagine not a lot. And American charge. Finally, the pounce that we wanted. Finally. Finally, Amiri is complete. The true form. We just needed an ancient artifact that turned her into the cat that she always wanted to be. I am so proud of her. Stands up in the lava. And dies in the lava. Fair enough.
I'm glad you called.
You tried. I'm going to put rocks behind me. Get rid of the rocks in the room. Alright, what do we got here? A couple of little miscellaneous treasures. Is that a book? Rivel's unsent letter. My dear sister, do you remember Tiltaran? Who's these 3 years ago I had the misfortune of meeting alongside the pass in the towards Lebanese. He's gotten himself into a jam. Ran straight into a band of thieves that waylaid travelers on mountain roads. His bombs were his only weapon, and he couldn't use them in the snowy mountains without bringing an avalanche down over his head. By chance I was climbing up the pass when the other side, fleeing from a pack of werewolves. And then there was that horrible blizzard. It all ended in quite a mess. Me and an elf, stuck in 3 days in a cramped cave, afraid to peek out. Bandits and werewolves stalked the blizzard outside. The occasional sharp cry rang out, and then silence fell. When we finally escaped that stone hole, we were sick enough of each other to say goodbye through gritted teeth, and parted ways silently, hoping that we'd never meet again. Well, that hope's been dashed. We managed to run into each other in the middle of some backwater in the Stolen Lands, only to discover that we were on our way to the same place. Someday I will tell you more about our quest, but in the matter of our meeting. But you know that began with you again, and in turn we discovered, what a coincidence, that we've been having the same dream, sent to us by a dragon. As you know, everything happens more quickly in parties of adventurers living from one dangerous expedition to the next. It was like that between me and Till, too. On the 5th day of our journey, his blank face began to seem sweet, and the jingle-jangle of his alchemist's vials grew soothing. Today, the 37th evening since we reunited, and we're camping inside the cave where the dragon called us. Today, Till gave me a special seashell, a protective charm. He said it will help me survive in the most dangerous places, and that it remembers the last words said at the end of each day. You can hear them when you hold the seashell to your ear. He gave me this gift, and went out on patrol. It's his turn today. At first I didn't think it would listen to his show what it had to say, and when it did, marry me. I know you'll call me a careless fool, sister dear, but I know what my answer will be. It's a good thing that Zellerant, the dragon who called us here, is also a priest, though he follows a strange god. You have a wedding through a boring speech of a priest ritual, right? Or you can't have a wedding. It's a shame we know how that turns out. Couple more Durgar pieces of gear. It is a very sweet adventure thing. It just shows how adventurers seem to experience time differently. 30 days for an adventure sometimes feels like it takes 5 years to accomplish. As I'm staring directly at my GM right now.
In due time.
So we got a book. A letter. And it never made it out.
Interesting.
Nothing trapped. Go, Octavia, go! Do your thing.
I did as you asked.
Alright, what else we got in here? I know we have a knowledge check. We have a door. Who's good at Arcana? Probably her. She can almost not fail this. She could roll a 1. Let's not risk it. I'm going to save the game. And we'll give it a go.
I did as you asked.
What did we roll? A 7. Good enough. What did we get out of this? It looks like it gave us haste. Yeah, it gave us haste. Alright, sure.
Share your trouble.
Sure.
Ready and willing.
Also, I have this on accidentally. Well, let's save the rest of it. I maximized a acid splash.
Done and done.
Feels bad. What can you do? Got a wand there, a fireball. The caster level on wands is actually pretty low. But it's still good to put on someone who can't cast magic. And you know what? It's better to cast a fireball than an acid splash.
As it should be.
But I'm really, really conservative when it comes to my spell usage. One Arc Shaman. Alright, well,
Please, do tell.
let's charge up a really heavy Magma Blast. The haste won't last that long,
Let's give them what they deserve.
but lasts long enough. Okay, we go in. It looked like there was something over here, so let's get around.
Despicable.
Okay, you can go over there. You can just take a shot.
This should do it.
Kill the one up on the pedestal that's hard for the melee to reach. Oh, nice crit. Let's just get in the room because we can't see anything. You do the same. I don't know why you get a turn, but you do the same. And you do the same. Wait. The thing wore off. Okay, well...
Advance.
A calculated risk.
Roll low. We're not really getting flanking on any of these, but I believe this one's still flat-footed.
I'll fight if I have to.
Yes. Missing the cat. Almost got the cat there. Rolled a 19, but needs to get a 20 to hit our cat.
Repent!
Yeah, Miri does not have the best armor. And that's okay. You don't have to have the best armor. You? A little bop. Yeah, I don't know what makes you go back to being human. Hold on, how long does this last? 1 minute per level. So I can cast it at will, but it has, like, no duration on it. Okay, alright, so now I'm seeing how this works. Okay. And... it doesn't say what level we cast it at. Okay, so we're stuck as it until it wears off, but... okay. Alright, I'm understanding how this works now. Either way, I need to remember to use it before pretty much every room now.
Unworthy.
They also have very high AC. Good to know.
This will hurt.
We're not getting flanking on either of them currently.
You can't stop me.
2 damage was not enough.
You forced my hand.
Got good armor there. Knocked it down. And Amiri has haste, but can't quite get over there in time. The medium armor is slowing down our movement speed. We can Vital Strike, which finishes it. Here, let's get the stuff. That looked like a magic something. Frost Fashard. Of course it's a Fashard! Why couldn't this be a glaive?
I'm listening.
Are we still using a +1 glaive? Okay, we're using a +2 glaive. It's about the same. If we had exotic proficiency, it'd be about the same. Honestly, the +2 flaming glaive is not a bad weapon. It's just, I've used it for so long. That's the only reason I bemoan it.
How curious.
Alright, a trap with a guard right next to it. Okay. What I can do, since the checks have been so easy lately, is I can make use of Octavia's Arcane Trickster ability, this ranged Legerdemain. I'm definitely going to save before I try this, though. Because this does hurt your check by 5. Never mind. We fight anyway. I need to wait until after Octavia goes. We're going to let the enemies come to us. I think. Wait, what's this? Oh, the ranged Legerdemain is doing its thing. Yeah, we'll wait for them to come to us. Yep. Just let them come. Flesh of stone. Alright, they're just not moving. Okay, which one are you? They're not moving. Okay, well... Seems like we all have our plans. Just wait.
Let's try this way.
We really can't have our melee go in there until that trap is disarmed.
I'll try to make this swift.
Okay, the trap does not get disabled. Well... the best laid plans. Ow. I have to wait. Okay, so... we're going to turn Range Legerdemain off. We're just going to walk up and we're going to try and disable this thing. We're not able to get to the middle of it, though, so we have to wait until next turn.
This should do it.
And we wait.
So it's come to this.
Okay, they have a good amount of damage reduction on them. But nothing a great big ball of magma can't solve. Up you go. Yeah, you're gonna have a hard time gathering power so much. Entangling infusions.
I did as you asked.
Okay, now everybody else can move. Now you can get in there. Now we can make his day have problems.
A calculated risk. I didn't even break a sweat.
Or we can just finish the fight as soon as we get the trap dealt with. Great! Oh, they're wearing magic armor. Magic full plate armor. Sure.
See something.
But I didn't want to set off the trap, because that's less experience. Trap experience is really good. I say, as we only got 90 experience from that. Okay.
What's taking so long?
We're so close to the door. Just blast it.
Enemy approaches.
Okay. I need to get into the room. I'm way too far away. Wait, is this haste not real haste? No, it isn't real haste. It's just a bonus to dodge. Okay, well... that's what I get for just reading the tin, but not the label. In the room we go. You can't charge anybody, that's okay. Into the room you go. Into the room you go. Everybody gets out of the way. Okay, we found the door. Get to the doorway. We're still a Smilodon, so that's fun.
This will
Take a
hurt.
pot shot. Also take a pot shot. There's a couple in the back of the room. I'm really worried about this one. But they like buffing themselves, and that's okay. Good for you. I don't think you've gone yet, so that means you're flat-footed, right?
Consider me provoked.
I think the Smilodon's got this one. We did that for the flanking. Nope. It gets a move.
Wretched thing.
Down you go. Okay, that one had problems. If I 5 foot here, I'm not able to attack this one. We'll deal with this one. Easy enough. I could buff or I could blast. Let's magic missile. We have plenty. I should not be conserving my spells as much as I am. Oh, you got lightning, do you? Not anymore, you don't. I'm not able to get far enough into the room to be able to hit that. Well, I could blast it. Just. Let's do that. Oh, a nice stun, too. She is too far away.
This is for you.
With it stunned, it gets a sneak attack. You can't pounce, but you can claw. And that's enough. That's exactly what we needed. More armor. More stuff. Yeah, I saw her transform.
Done and done.
Pick that open.
That is not far.
Even more basic stuff. Alright, how are we looking here? It looks like I missed something back there, and it looks like I didn't really investigate this wall. Then again, the walls here are a little bit weird, but I didn't find a magic hidden wall. I didn't find an illusion wall. So let's take a look. This looks really suspicious. No, it's just the way that the dungeon is made. Can't be worried about it. I'm gonna go back and make sure I loot this though, because like honestly, like the plate armor sells pretty good. Yeah, the tower shields maybe not so much, and it is very encumbering. Honestly, I'm not sure if there is a magic wall where it would be. I'll look at everything as hard as I can, but if I fail my perception check, I fail my perception check, and there's just nothing I can do about it. Unless you level up and try again. Okay, so if it's not that wall, it's not this wall. Okay, we got a really good look at the walls. Maybe it was on this wall? No. Huh. Weird. The fact that I can even, like, see a little bit of the gas through that bit makes me think that there's nothing over there. But this extendy bit here... Oh, it's playing tricks on my mind. It's exactly what it wants to do. But I want to be thorough about it. And make triply sure that I gave it my best effort. And yes, this does make all my buffs tick down. But I can just cast the buffs again. It's okay. Okay.
In due time.
I tried. Let's go down. I could leave to go sell all that plate armor. I don't think I will yet. I can go a bit longer before doing that. Is this like an enchantment floor?
What a surprise.
Oh. Well, I didn't find the magic room on the previous floor, but at least I got this floor.
As it should be.
Ah! An Astro Demon. We fought a couple of those. We're familiar with these.
I'll fight if I have to.
I'm in the spec mode right now. I'd rather look at it first. Let's see. Hit points, spell resistance, damage reduction, immune to acid. Okay. We can make use of that. Alright, everybody, hold your position.
What's the holdup? Onwards. Together.
Everybody, stop.
Here.
So let's get an alternative cantrip up for you. Not that one. Let's try... We normally use the acid one because it's not affected by spell resistance, but, like, if it's immune to that, we gotta try something else. So let's use Jolt. You know what? We can use Telekinetic Fist. We have a couple of those. Those are a solid backup option. We definitely want buff bigger for this, though.
No mistakes.
So let's use a Remove Fear.
Here
Let's get a
see.
Death Ward up on Amiri. And let's buff everybody with a nice big haste.
Request.
What you want?
You can also get yourself with a... You know what? Get everybody with a Bless. Now turn yourself into a cat again. Okay, you get ready to pounce from here. You get ready to pounce from here. And you get charging. Maximum big chunky blast. Right to the face. Good. That's a favorable result. And go. Right, the concealment. I forgot about the concealment. That's okay. Do I want to use a True Strike on this? I think I do. Let's do a True Seeing on Amiri. Let's hope everybody hit.
Let's try this way.
It's a surprise round. Can't charge in because the other cat's in the way. That's okay. You get in. That's okay. And we do a Telekinetic Fist. We definitely have flanking on this.
You can't stop me.
Ah. We almost got before it got a turn. And it missed Jathal due to concealment. Great.
Burn.
And we landed the hits that mattered.
That is not far.
Very good. What's in the box? Clear Vision. Bonus to saves against illusion and insight to AC. Extra ways to boost AC is good. And best area of the Tenebra Steps. Wicked Chanter. If you look close enough, you can see the dirty prints of the fingerprints of thin fingers all around the margins of this paper, as if someone fiddled with it curiously, turning it this way and that. Note, this article of the bestiary is the least definitive of all and cries out for development. It has been recorded as told by a few unlucky souls who survived their encounter with the Wicked Chanter. The Chanter is the newest of the known great nightmares. There are no testaments of meeting her from the distant centuries, as has been confirmed by the dragon Zillaren himself. We are almost certain that previously the Chanter lived in an isolated part of the dungeon, and a passage leading from her section of the caves to the main labyrinth had been blocked by a rubble for a long time. Then somebody, presumably another party of heroes summoned by Zillaren, cleared the rubble, unwittingly setting the monster free. We still don't know what the Chanter looks like, but we know well the sound. Her appearance is always announced by singing, vague echoes from deep within the tunnels. They forfeit their lives who follow the sound. Hearing it in the cry is the cry of a fiend. Or hearing in it the cry of a friend. I see. It is safe to say that the Chanter is always accompanied by a large pack of various monsters, who would not, under natural circumstances, gather together or act in concert. They protect the chanter, hunt for her, and attack with vicious force any who enter their territory. But at times they suddenly spare their victims without any apparent system or logic. The motives of their unpredictable mistress are entirely unknown. She may simply be mad, like many of the other creatures in the Tenebrous Depths. It is hard to say whether the singing is her way of luring her victims to doom, or a means by which the chanter controls her pack of monsters. We may have a chance to find out in the nearest future. Tonight, our expedition scouts heard her tender voice in a distant corridor, singing a children's lullaby. The chanter is near. An ancient drawing decorates the back of this page, a drop of blood, smeared by the shape of a crooked flower and a sun.
In due time.
So I guess they found the chanter. They didn't survive. But it seems like the chanter found their note afterwards. Why would they draw a crude thing with their blood? Must be another thing about the twisted madness of the depths. Alright, so what we got this floor? Earth method. But what strange effects do they have? I didn't really look at the other thing. Enchanting creatures. And fast healing. Okay, well. It's an earth method.
Command me.
It's going to aggress us really quickly, so fire. Okay, methods aren't that strong. Methods just aren't that strong. But they will come at us. So let's move over here and be ready for them. Let's just be ready for them. Yeah, go around to the side of the door. What more can we do? I can put down a web. There's really no need for me to do that. Let's back away from the door just a little bit. You're in prime position. Just you go ahead and stand here. You take a step back and give Amiri a buff. Elder Water Elemental. Okay, so we got some big guys in there. We got some big guys, but, I'm gonna delay. We need them to come a little bit closer. So they tried casting something on us, but it didn't really work. But I want them to get closer. In the meantime, let's drop some rocks in there and have them deal with it. Okay, we can see the elemental now, so at least we can see. There are many, many enemies in there. Many, many, many. Let's throw a fireball, for good measure. I think they have spell resistance, but we'll probably be fine. Now that looks like a fire method. I think what we need is, like, a bigger spell against that one. Yeah, let's try one of your biggest spells. How about a disintegrate? No, we can't see it yet. We can't see it. Just move out of the way. Little guy. Ways off. Little guy is coming towards the rocks. They're down. There's a fire guy, but I guess he can't get through. Little guys are coming. Cast blur. They move into the rocks. They go down. Well, I don't want to move into the rocks either. I really put myself in these bad situations all the time, don't I? Just wait. They're coming. They're doing their best. They're trying. But I think it's safest if I just stay in here. Yeah, I can't shoot that thing from here. Just wait. Just wait. They'll come. Up. Another one down. Let's take a 5-foot step back. Let's start charging up and drop, like, some good rocks in here. Like, this plan seems to be working. We just need to wait. It's working for the most part. Once that water elemental gets here, we'll have something to do. Can it just not fit? Is that the problem? Can the water elemental not fit through the door? It can't fit. Oh, they're all stuck. They're all stuck. This is hilarious, actually. Yeah, sure. Is it? Oh, it's prone. Did we knock water prone? We knocked water prone. Well, the methods are just slowly getting, blundered. Alright, get up from being prone, and you move into our range, I hope. Great! Fell prone again. This is silly. This is incredibly silly. Okay, the fire gets into it. We're just waiting. I think the elemental... No, it's still there. It's still there. Can you just drop one of these in here? Okay, that lets us know that's still there. It gets up, it tries to get a little clear. Okay. It's here. It's here and visible. Let's just get ready to drop another one of these. I'll do the double gather power. This is fine. This is great. This is exactly what we want in our days. The big fire elemental is still trying to get at us. But just can't get through. There's not nearly enough room. And thank goodness for that. Yeah, you're able to see from here. Magic missiles? Yeah, that'll take care of that. And we wait! This is silly. I love this. Unironically. This is a treat. So it was a water elemental, an earth elemental, a water elemental, 2 air elementals, and a fire elementals. Okay. Just drop great big fire. It's taking a lot of reduced damage from that. This is okay. And more magic missiles. Okay, if we full attack like this, we're gonna take a lot of fire damage, but you know what, we're gonna need to heal anyway. One less giant elemental. Just wait. Back to acid splash, actually. No, we'll wait. We'll let them come to us. Go back to being a cat. I could drop more sound in there. Okay, here comes the wind elemental. It's taking the really long way around. Yeah, just keep doing this. This is working. And then it tripped. We tripped a fire elemental. I don't know where the missiles went, but we got it. It's working. This is so... Oh. Oh, is the cat in the fire? A little bit. I have to remember to have the Smilodon set back. Just more! It gets up, it tries to move in, it wants to attack, but it can't. How about Magic Missile? This is taking so long. This is taking so long, but it's okay. Jathal, can you, like, get there enough to peek into the room a little bit? So we can at least, like, keep track of where the enemy is? We know they're still there. There it is. Okay, they had enough move that I could move and attack. Okay. Alright. Oh, this is excellent. Can I attack from here?
Flames take you.
Alright, that was the turn. That was the turn. Okay. How about Scorching Ray? Your Scorching Rays aren't nearly as cool. How's it getting concealment? I'm not worried. Just pass your turn.
Consider me provoked.
Minor tap. Still in range. Still good. It gets a turn. Is it gonna spin? Yes. And then it dies to the fire, because of course it does.
I thought you'd never.
Okay. Get rid of the earth. Put the earth behind us. Okay. And after all that, we get no loot. Because elementals generally don't drop loot. But that's okay.
How may I help?
Make Amiri feel better. Make Smilodon feel better. Everything's fine. Smilodon, another Smilodon. It might have been easier to deal with that room by just running into the room, but we have a kineticist. We have a kineticist. I'm going to make use of it. More elementals? Earth elementals! Okay.
I am prepared.
Share your will.
I think this is a situation for expeditious retreat. If I'm too stingy...
What you want?
If I'm too stingy to cast haste, we can at least have movement speed
Speak.
on everybody.
Here I am. See.
Okay. Get over here.
Do tell.
Looks like only one of them. Let's drop big rocks right here. And have you get into a position. That's good. 1. Okay, good enough. I can charge. Don't know why you get another turn, but I'll take it.
Taste my fury.
We tripped rocks with rocks.
Repent. Repent.
I would never... I'm pretty sure that shouldn't work. Okay, there's the second one. Okay. I'm glad I didn't wander over to this other corner. We have enough strength that we can just pound it. Alright, that one's down. Don't even need another hit with Jaethal. But she has enough movement speed that she can still be useful this turn.
This is going to...
Now the rock.
You forced
Not going
my
to use
hand.
any more spells here. Okay. That went a lot smoother. And I'm grateful for that.
What's taking
Put
so
old
long?
rocks over here. Just so I can investigate that corner. Nope, nothing there. Fair
That
enough.
is not far.
Not every wall's gonna have something. Door up that way. Anything
As it
down this
should
way? No. Hard to tell sometimes.
I'm listening.
What's in here?
How
A trap.
glorious.
Alright, everybody hold up. Octavia, you got this?
I did as you asked.
How difficult was that? 27. We cannot fail.
All
What a
according to
surprise.
plan.
Looks like a bit of a dining hall situation going on here.
I did as you asked.
Suspicious great big empty wall. But it's nothing for me. A little bit of miscellaneous
In
mundane
due
stuff.
time.
Nothing too interesting in that box. That's fine. That's fine. Very tiny door. Extremely
You have
tiny
my
door.
attention.
Great! Okay, you get here, then you get here. Okay,
I
then
know
you
what
get
to
over
do.
here, then you get over
Ready and
here, then you get
I'm
over
ready.
here. And then Tristan get
I'm
here.
listening.
At least we're all in the room.
Done.
Wow, that really doesn't last long at all.
I'm glad you called.
Okay, big boosted damage. Throw out the rocks in the middle of the room. I know the lava elementals don't really care about this, or the fire elementals don't, but you know what? It's still rock damage. And we like to rock them. We will rock them.
Ready for anything.
All these fire elementals are probably... 2 fire elementals. All these fire elementals I probably should cast resistance from fire. Alright, get a little bit further into the room. Another fire elemental over there. Can you charge any of them? You can charge that one. Let's not. Let's not. Let's simply move and be ready. Simply move and be ready. You will take a lot of damage if you pounce that. Go over here, you go over here, we all just get ready for the buff. We can't flank elementals, so Octavia doesn't really help a lot here, but that's okay. Sound Burst is able to do damage to them regardless. They're coming right at me. Oh, there's more of them than I thought. Okay, there's many more fire elementals than I thought. Okay. Let's 5-foot step this way.
Advance.
We're gonna take damage with our bite attack. But we missed with that anyway. This is fine. Let's 5-foot step back this way. We need some protection from fire. Fortunately, we have it ready. Okay, now we can do some fun stuff. I'm glad we got that difficult terrain in there for him. We can pounce right here. Only need one hit, that's fine. We power it down. This one's more of an immediate threat. But this one's also in the fire. Immune to the fire part, still got with the rock part, that's good. Flanking just doesn't work, so I should try more direct spells. I feel like this is a time that I should try Disintegrate. Let's try it. 72 damage. 73 damage. Not the worst. Got half the health bar. I will use Arcane Strike.
This should do it.
And with our cold damage being their vulnerability, we do some nice hits there.
Unworthy.
And she has her cold damage as well.
I thought
Good
you'd
stuff.
never ask.
Okay, let's put rocks back in the old room. Get these out of the way so I don't accidentally kill myself. Like that. Oh no, that's leftover burn from the fire elemental. Okay. That might be what was going on earlier when I thought they were in the fire. No, that was residual damage from the water elemental. We got a thing there. Wand of Hold Person. Not the worst.
That is not
Great big
far.
room with great big giant enemies with not much else in it. Honestly, I'd rather have this than that weird shaped room with all the little tiny mephits. And what's in here? More giant enemies!
In due time.
I feel like this is just going to be a constant thing that I do with Amiri now. Okay, it's only the one. It's only the one. You know what, let's knock this down.
Burn. You cannot stand against me.
There might be more in the room, but that's all I feel like doing. We'll take lots of cold damage. Who is this? Smilodon. Can I charge it? No, I can't. I can't get through everybody. Get out of the way. Can't charge it. Can blast it.
I'll try to make this swift.
1 damage. I could charge it. Nah, just get into a flanking position. We can't flank, but it's okay.
Flames take me.
Up you go. Take a little bit of a hit. That's okay.
This is for you.
Don't need to waste a big spell on this if it's only one enemy.
Wretched thing.
We took a little damage, but we're fine. Inside here we get some more miscellaneous nonsense.
All according to plan.
Looks like a little bit of a bunk area. Oh, that's real close.
As it should be.
Command me.
It's right next to the door that it's a little bit of a problem. Okay. We can probably start from here.
Ready.
Try this.
Scared? You should be.
Many, many wind elementals. We can't get through. We can't get through. I can't get through. I can charge. I'm really close to the fire, and I don't like that. Yeah, that was a bad move. Let's just get over here.
This body holds no more.
Okay, I have to have Jaethal heal herself. Otherwise, she's going to go down. And I don't want that. Can I trip you to make you not be doing that? Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to be doing. Let's trip you to make you not do that. Okay. So. Okay, deleting that enemy stopped the windstorm. That's good. I can get over here. What can I do to save Jaethal? I don't think really... Wait, no, I could do this. This will heal that one elemental, but this is fine. It's worth it to keep Jaethal alive. Okay, let's help her saves. She's gonna provoke for standing up.
Assist me or lose me.
That's okay. Are you gonna provoke again for getting away? Okay. Do you still have a standard? Yeah, let's give yourself some false life. That'll help, probably. Probably. Yeah, these things are mean. Let's see if we can get rid of some. How about some Hellfire Rays? It's a shame that they don't do sneak attack, though. How about Disintegrate? That might get rid of this one. That'll stop a turn. Yeah, goodbye. Don't need you anymore. Okay, honestly, being big and having the reach helps me more than anything else right now. The game doesn't really know what it's doing with Amiri right now. Is she armed with her? Yeah, she has it. She just doesn't have it here. Huh. I don't know. It's a very interesting thing I got for her, but... it's just not playing nice with everything else I got going on. Less of that, please. Thank you. Can I get around to this? Yeah, I can. Leave a little bit of room.
So it's come to this.
I'm really scared to actually get close to it again, but if we go around this end, I should be okay. And then we'll just Vital Strike.
I'll fight if I have to.
Now Miri gets a turn.
They go down!
Weird that you're putting your weapon away after... Okay. The rocks did it. Of course the rocks do it. The rocks always do it in the end. Get the rocks out of the room.
In due time.
Yeah, Jathal's not doing so great.
State your desire.
Yeah, we don't have any harm because we technically haven't slept, so we didn't recover any of that. But you do have plenty of your own spells. How about Inflict Serious? Let's use this one.
An. U. Efna. An. U. Efna. An. U. Efna.
Make you feel good.
U. Efna.
There you go. That's better.
Done and done.
We got leather armor +4. A little bit of normal stuff in the box. Couple more knickknacks and bobs.
That
Potion.
is not far.
And we got the way down. Oh, but first we have a lore check. I don't think we can actually fail this lore nature check. No? No, we can't.
It is finished.
Very little experience for it. What was our reward? Aspect of the wolf. Honestly, those aren't bad enhancement bonuses, but, we usually have better on most of our characters. So it's not the best buff, but you know what? The check to make it was really low. So we went down 2 floors, and presumably we have 2 more floors to go down. But we definitely don't have time for that today. Sometimes combat in Pathfinder is just casting a really dangerous spell in a room and waiting at the door. Sometimes that also leads to your party suffering. It is a constant thing in tabletop gaming where it's like, I cast Fireball, and it, like, everybody else in the party is like, please don't. Please don't. We're all gonna die if we do that. I'm trying to be really responsible with it, but at the same time, the lack of a grid makes it really difficult for me to tell whether or not my character is going to be walking into death or not. And this looks lovely. Alright, next time on Pathfinder Kingmaker, we're going to be dealing with this, what I'm assuming is Acid Room. So I probably need to cast Resist Acid. Get ready to drink it in. Later, Pathfinders.